Ladies and gentlemen, now it's been about a year since I've done any Blade gameplay on the channel in terms of like a featured video, and the last video we did was just when we took him up to rank 5 man, which feels like an absolute decade ago now. Recently this year we've had Act 6 and also the brand new variant as well, and for variant at first you might not really think Blade's that useful, but actually he's really good if you just parry in heavy attack because you got the power gain from the bleed, and also once you get special 3s as well, you can get more bleeds off that, more power gain, and it just kind of ramps up very nicely and works really well for like certain villain matchups and also bleed nodes. So I wanted to showcase today a bit of gameplay in 2019 content and just have a little bit of fun, man, because Blade is still such a badass champion to play. But anyway, we're going to start off in a bit of Act 6, go for some traditional villain matchups here. We've got a pretty much perfect villain path, aside from Night Thrasher here, but still, we're just gonna go ahead and try and decimate this one, and then maybe go to the right side, take Rhino, Void, and then maybe Punisher, Mordo, Abomination, and Electro. So, you know, we're just gonna have a little bit of a fun, have a little bit of fun, and see how Blade is holding up in 2019, man, because it feels like I never get to play Blade nowadays, and he's just such a great champion, man. By far one of the most incredible champions that Kabam have ever made in terms of not only his performance but also his playstyle as well. Just so fun and fluid to play. And we've got the full, Holy Trinity today of Blade, Starknight, Spider-Man, and Ghost Rider. So we've got Danger Sense against all villains, and also Enhanced Danger Sense as well by 45% with the Stark synergy to, you know, make him even better, lads. Right, so this Kingpin, we want to try and bait out the special 1 here, because I'm still rubbish at evading those special 2s. And then we'll try and chuck in a special 2, and hopefully he doesn't shrug off too many bleeds here. Right, he didn't shrug off any of them, man. That was a pretty good time. These are some very chunky opponents in Act 6. And this is the Close Encounters node. So if you're wondering about the regeneration and degeneration, whenever we're near the opponent, we regenerate, but whenever we're away from the opponent, we degenerate. So you got to play fairly aggressively, and Kingpin is just the worst matchup for this, man. One of the worst, just because he's a massive pain in the ass. But there we go. Kingpin goes down, the crowd goes wild, and we move on to the next matchup, Night Thrasher, who should be a little bit more straightforward, just because we don't need to worry about betting out the special ones, and we can play a little bit more aggressively, hopefully to get a bit of regeneration in there. But, dude, I love my maxed out 5-star Blade. He served me very well, and when we did a lot of 100% Act 6 on live streams, we used him for a fair few paths, and he was very useful as well for the Crossbones chapter. Because there's a Regeneration Red Hulk in there, who's like one of the worst fights. It's like a Regeneration Poison Node Red Hulk, and if you have Blade with Danger Sense, you can like completely get rid of that node. So it just becomes really nice there. I think in this scenario we'll throw off a special 1, just start getting that additional power gain. So we can go for maybe a special 2. But if you don't have the Deep Wounds Mastery, Special 1 spam is definitely the way to go, man, because I played a fair bit of Blade on Whale Milk 27, and the Special 2 is only really worth it if you get lucky and get a lot of crits on it, and you have the Deep Wounds Mastery. But we've had some pretty trash Special 2s so far. The Special 1's definitely a bit more of a reliable source of damage, but we don't have also Danger Sense in this matchup. That was a pretty sick Special 2 there. Right, I think another combo is going to sort this lad right out, but there we go, just staying above 50% there. We did take a bit of a beating, really just from the degeneration on the first Kingpin fight there, but we're doing alright, man, we're doing alright. These are some, again, pretty beefy 100k plus opponents with some rather large attack pools as well, so they can be a little bit tricky to deal with at certain points. And if we want, we can hold that for a second just to get a bit of regeneration off every single parry. Just bring us above 70%. That's a little Blade pro tip there, if you're looking to squeeze in a tick or 2 of regeneration. Oh, mate, this is a beautiful matchup, lads. Right, that should work out quite nicely. Dr. Octopus, straight in the bin, mate, straight in the bin. And we managed to regenerate a little bit there as well. So overall, man, that one wasn't too bad. And then next up, we've got Sentinel, who Blade can work alright for. I've definitely fought a fair few Sentinels in Alliance War back in the day, but you need to make sure to do those 3 combos against Sentinel. Like, you still got the danger sense, so you've still got a lot of additional damage output, but you just don't want him getting the analysis charges, because then he's, what is it, gimping your crit chance a load. And in this one, because you can't bleed him as well, you want to go for those special 2s and hope you get some nice crits off them. Alright, let's fire that off. There we go. Oh, mate, still feels so fun to play. Dodge, 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 dodge. There we go, lads. Just about. Dodge, 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 dodge. Sorted, lads. Let's go for another medium. Special 2. Straight in the bin. So that was that was about the same. Was that actually a little bit quicker than the Night Thrasher matchup? It might have been there. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, man. It wasn't too bad at all. And then we got King Groot. So King Groot's a bit of an annoying one, just because you can't bleed him. But again, much like Sentinel, he can work out all right in the right matchup. Right, let's smash into this lad, and we don't need to worry about the, what is it, the shortened combos here, because there's no analysis, which is a super fun time. And holding our block, we can actually offset the close encounters, if we're trying to bait out a special as well. Cost us some power, which is quite nice. There we go, look at it. Just about outpacing that degeneration there, which is a very, very fun time. Maybe there's a little bit of, what is it? Merit in dropping below 50% just for some additional damage. Maybe that's something that we want to do. I don't know if it's a bit too risky, man. I guess we don't really need to do it. It's a bit much, isn't it? Right, come on, King Groot. Let's go for a cheeky little backdraft there. Oi, oi, oi. Managed to pull that one off all right. Not too bad at all, lads. Bait out this this man's wrecking ball. Going for a 5 combo in Assassin's range there. Oh, very close, man. Very, very close. No! Oh, I got absolutely smacked there, boys. Well, chat should get hit. Those are the rules, boys. Those are the rules. So King Groot goes down, but we don't go down. So you know that's an all right result, man. I'll definitely take that one. Let's quickly ping on over to the Loki boss here. This one, I remember doing a fair bit, I think with Blade and Domino also. This one can be a little bit tricky at times, but you just got Close Encounters, Limber, Enhanced Special 1, and also he's immune to ability accuracy reduction, which I don't think matters in the slightest on this matchup. But I think for this one, we'll go for some special ones initially, just get some power gain ramping up. Just helps to get those special 2s really firing off. There we go, mate. Oh, dude, that was such a dry special 2. We got no crits there. Lads, that was absolute daylight robbery there. Just got all of the value destroyed. No! Oh! Well, I suck at this game, lads. I suck at this game. But let's go ahead and jump out and go for another path, lads. We want to go against Rhino Void. Show some very different matchups now. So let's jump back into the Loki chapter here. And see what we can do, man. See what we can do. I feel a little bit of a dumbass that I got absolutely smacked to Loki's special 2 out of all of the stuff that we've had to deal with so far. That was not great. But we're going to start off here with an Aspect of War Rhino. And this one is a fantastic matchup for Blade, because his ability accuracy reduction has a chance to completely disable the Unstoppable from the Aspect of War node. So this one can work out really, really good. But here, because of the class advantage as well, the fact that we can bleed, we've absolutely tanked this lad so far. Come on, mate. Right, so we completely, made Aspect of War fail, so that's a really, really good time, mate. Oh, it was like that node didn't even exist. Proper good, proper good. We'll definitely take that one. And then we've got Void as well. Another super iconic and amazing matchup for Blade. Just so incredibly good, because you can prevent the we do have stun immunity here, but the ability accuracy reduction does give you a chance, and a pretty strong chance, especially with the Starknaut Spider-Man synergy, to not get any debuffs at all. So that can be a proper good time. You can see this damage we're getting off every single parry, man, is really decent as well. Didn't even need to worry about that one. Let's fire off a cheeky little SB2 there. Oh, that was really good. Just go ahead and dodge that one. See the gameplay? It's getting back there, man, after that embarrassing defeat to Loki. But, you know, even so, you know, I mess up sometimes, lads. And it's always good to put those in, mate. Always good to put those in. Let's jump over to the Punisher path now. And I don't know if I'm feeling brave enough to try and evade the special ones. We'll see how it goes, because Punisher Special 1 is still a little bit of my kryptonite. I was trying to practice it on the free-to-play account when we were doing Alright, sorry about that. I just got a phone call mid-fight there, but as I was saying, I was trying to practice evading Punisher Special 1 when I was doing Act 4 completion. Let's go for it. Oh no! Okay, I got the first bit, man. I might be able to get the rest. Who knows, lads? Let's serve up a little bit of ambition today. See how it works out. Still regenerate, even if we do mess up. Let's go. Oh, we're just about outpacing that degeneration there. That beautiful healing. There we go, lads. Hey, straight in the bin. I'll definitely take that one. Okay, I got ruined by that one, man. Absolutely ruined. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some, ladies and gentlemen. It's just the nature of the game. Right, I think what we'll do here... Oh, I don't know if this is too much of a risky finish, actually. Wait, there is a way I can guarantee a finish. If I kill him with a bleed, then that will not trigger his... Okay, I didn't even stun there. Oh, that's well annoying. Dude, I was going to let the bleed take over. Okay, we got a little bit of regeneration there. And there we go, boys. Punisher's down. A bit of a messy matchup. A bit of a messy matchup by a lot of standards there. But, you know, we got through it, boys. We got through it. We're still alive. We're in a little bit of dire shape at the moment, though. Especially after that, so you know, there's so much regeneration going on. We might be able to get a little bit here and there. Mordo, Electro, and Abomination really aren't the matchups to regenerate, though. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. All right, let's chuck in a couple of cheeky glaives here. Hopefully, bait out special 2 immediately. Oh, dude, I was bloody lucky that failed there. I was trying to be maybe a little bit too greedy with the regeneration, but there we go. We got up to 50% there, so that was it was a result, lads. We got Mordo down and we healed up a lot. So yeah, take it, man. The power of Blade, the power of Blade. So absolutely phenomenal, mate. Absolutely phenomenal. Abomination though sucks to fight, so I might use a few cheeky little health potions at the start, so I don't want to... Let's just use a couple, mate. And Abomination is either a matchup where you immediately die of poison, or you can get the power up and sustain. But you don't want to parry at the start, because you want to try and not get the poisons. Also, the poison is reducing damage from the that node as well. Come on, mate. This is a really, really stacked bomb. Come on. Let's go. The more and more power, the more and more resistance we get to poison. Let's go for the finish. Oh, that was good, man. That was really, really good. So, just really the power of Blade. Abomination is the perfect fight, really, to showcase the power of Blade's debuff resistance and also regeneration as well, man. Because he is absolutely mad. That was a really great fight. I was a little bit sweating at the start when we got that poison so soon, but also Electro, fantastic fight for Blade. I usually just like to use the special wand spam against Electro, just to get all those bleeds in, mate, because you can have a fair bit of damage back from the old special 2 sometimes, but also with the ability accuracy reduction, you've got a good chance to negate a lot of stuff here. Alright, let's see if we can regenerate up a little bit. Come on. Let's go, mate. I want to be back up at 70%. Don't know if that's a bit too greedy. Oh, 64%. Not bad, mate. Not bad. Dude, I love the Max Sig Blade as well, just because his signature level kind of reduces the power cost of the regeneration. So once you get him up, man, it's really, really cheap and barely makes a dent in your power half the time, which is absolutely fantastic. But anyway, lads, we got a score to settle here. We've got a grudge against this Loki. This God of Mischief properly messed me up, mate. So I've got to do it for my dignity, really. I've got to sort this man out. I've got to make sure that I can evade his special 2, which I know is one of the hardest feats in this game. But I'm confident that I might be able to overcome it today. Alright, let's get stuck back in. We're on point with those SP1s so far, and the power gains just allow me to, you know, do special 1s back to back, which is a great time as well. Almost hit a special 2 there. I think on the next one we might. There we go. Dude, what is with... Oh yeah, we do have the Dold node, actually. I totally forgot about the Dold node on this Loki. So we do ideally want to stick to the special 1s where possible. That's it. That explains a lot. I'm going to blame, you know, that misunderstanding for my entire failure in the first fight. It's got to be it. Oh, wow. What was that, lads? Look at that. We evaded Loki's special 2. Best player confirmed right there. If you needed any more evidence... Alright, just use a shortened combo because the special 1s are 1,000,000% the way to go. And there we go. Grudge match settled. Loki straight in the bin. I get my title of the best player in this game back. Fantastic. Proper. Not that I ever had that title in the first place. But yeah, proper happy about that one, lads. Anyway, now that we're done, let's jump into the second variant, and I want to show you guys a few different matchups where Blade can really, really excel. Like in the final chapter, there's some proper cheese stuff when it comes to using Blade if you want to. So Mystery in the Micro Realms, let's go into a big problem here, and Bug Brawl. So I'll show you just a couple of really, really cheesy old fights, mate, and you've got a couple of really good ones here. So you got Bleed Vulnerability, Green Goblin, Goblin. This one's fantastic, lads. So the global mode in this variant is if you're not using XL champions, you can only use heavy attacks and special 3s, but also with a bleed on parry here, this one's so good. Right, let's fire that off. So it's just, you know, parry heavy, and because of the 200% additional damage, man, you're absolutely slicing through this green goblin. But he does have 200% power gain as well. But we're going to parry his projectiles, and that's also another little pro tip if you didn't already know that about Blade. If you parry special attacks, or anytime you can get a parry, then you inflict bleed on the opponent, even if they're not like making contact with you. Let's parry that cheeky little bomb there, and I think we'll use the special 3 now. See how this one works out, but it's a very, very fun matchup, especially if you don't have access to a Venom, or Venom the Duck can be a really, really great option. And there we go, slice that man down to size. And there's like a whole bleed vulnerability path in the final chapter, just kind of around here. So if you want to use him for like the entire path here, again, he's got some really, really great matchups when it comes to like Mephisto, also Mordo. Mordo, he can be a little bit more annoying to fight, but you can still potentially get that one done there. And also we got Hela as well, but Mordo, you need to be a little bit careful with those heavy attacks and just use them while he has the power gain. But you know, it's all potentially possible if you stack up the bleeds on parries as well. But outside of bleed vulnerability, you're probably going Seatin. Can I use Blade for anything else outside of bleed vulnerability? And I just went into the wrong chapter. So the answer is yes, you can. If you're in the right chapter for stuff. We probably could have taken down that vulture there actually, but I want to go on to some slightly more exciting matchups in the form of Mephisto and Mr. Sinister here. So let's get started. And just to show you, this doesn't have bleed vulnerability. We've just got empathetic lock on this one. So let's get stuck in, lads. See if we can deal with this Mephisto. And this is a fight without the bleed vulnerability. So I'll show you how to play him, how he kind of ramps up in this variant. But you know, you've got the source of bleed damage here, so ideally, you know, if you do want to use Blade in this variant, the opponents do need to be able to bleed, but there's a lot of opponents in the brand new variant that can be bled out. And it's just all about getting that power up to the SB3. As soon as you get him into the corner as well, you can see we're getting the power gain from being close to Mephisto. But a few heavy attacks have definitely put a good little dent in him so far. I think we want to use one more heavy, get into the special one. There we go, cheeky little hit there. Let's bait it out. And we'll fire off the special 3. Oh, mate, very, very close to that perfect damage bonus. I'm getting there, boys. Almost getting that consistency. Let's get those glaives in. And that should stun that lad for a little bit. Get a couple of cheeky heavy attacks off. And he's going to bleed down. So that's a variant Mephisto, mate. Sorted in 41 hits there. So really, really good stuff. And if you've got Blade, you know, as a maxed out 4-star or like a 5-star rank 4, you know, if you've got boost active, all this stuff is entirely possible to pull off, because, you know, you've also got the regeneration on Blade to top yourself up. You know, we barely took a bit of a dent on that first match up there, but let's also go for a bit of Mr. Sinister, who is maybe a bit more of an annoying matchup, but Mr. Sinister, at the end of the day, lads, is still a villain, so we can get some additional damage there. However, we're kind of hoping that nothing crits, so that we don't need to worry about his regeneration recovery. But once we get 3 stacks of bleed as well, we're going to be negating, from the special 3, we're going to be negating a lot of the regeneration from any like heavy crits. Oh no, that's well annoying. Okay, didn't mean to do that. And also, that's something to bear in mind is he will transfer the bleed onto you, so you need to be a little bit careful, man. Maybe try and push him toward that special 2 if you can. But also, he's got the chance with the ability accuracy reduction, just to negate that as well. Let's try and regenerate up a bit here. Trying to make him hold block, but they don't like to do that now. Okay, right. So we're back on reasonable track here, lads. Right, one more. Let's fire that off. And then I think I'm pretty happy to push him to a special 2 if it allows for it, but he might be pretty keen on throwing that special 1, so I'm hoping that the bleed transfer does fail and I don't get absolutely ruined. Right, okay, well, managed to dodge that one, just about. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we didn't get the ability accuracy reduction because of his ability accuracy reduction. So that's a pretty good time, mate. I'll definitely take that one. So as you can see, Mr. Sinister does present a little bit more of a challenge, man, and I've definitely made a few mistakes this fight. But, you know, we still got him down, man. We still got him down, so that's a pretty nice time if you potentially do need an option for that big old chunky Mr. Sinister there. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully today you kind of enjoyed this bit of a revisit to Blade in 2019. I think we've had a really good showcase today, really showcased some of the fights where Blade can be absolutely crazy for. So yeah, if you did enjoy today's video, feel free to smash that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Aside from that, let me know which champions you want to see gameplay videos on for 2019 in the comments section below. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.